Today, we are looking at a very brand new topic, and it's very important. Very important. Printing mugo. My content, you can't find it because I've taken time. It has been a 14 years journey of looking through life and relationships, social entanglements, and how people build all these problems. So, with the chamber later on, either I've dealt with clients who are having the same issue. I've read about it, and I know that someone out there is going through the same thing. Okay? So, when we talk about these things, I want you to always relate with your environment, with the people who are going through the same thing. You may not be going through now, but in the future, as you're growing, you'll find these things happening. Okay? Nabagamba, fe abalondebwa ku mulembe guno. I'm happy that I'm one of the chosen. Mungu bwe yateekako nakakati mugenda. We go ahead of life, okay? We don't stay where we are, okay? I can tell you what will happen to you in 20 years from now when I'm not even there. Then I can ride you back where you came from when I wasn't there. Then I bring you back now where we are, okay? So we have that predictory kind of spirit in us. So whatever we talk about here, we use okupata onakiitamu, olikiyitamu, oba oliwakiyitamu, oba oli preparing singa kijja, okay? You just remember what we said, okay? So the 5 ways to bring back the sparks. Engeri 5 zokka imini 7 mwetugenda zabadde zinakuba 5 naye nayongeddeko 2. Amazima gali nti obudde bwe bunsalako ziyinza n'okubeera 3. I can even give you 30. Nansubuga gye nataliwo bannange Nansubuga atuuse mu Uganda ngambye, so someone else will do the work here, okay? Nansubuga is not online, I think. Yeah, she has traveled back, but then someone else should do either Kabo Yasainat, Princess Rosam, Margaret Kabanda Chana, Singer Her Pain, but then one of the two, Rhoda, Catherine Rhoda, someone should write the notes here, and I need to see them, okay? Last monitor, abadde aba kunyonyi yakatuuka mu Uganda atonye kati, okay? Simanyi kikyaleese naye tujja musanyukira. So the 7 ways to bring back these sparks of feelings in your relationship. When you get feelings za love, sitegeeza man woman. Saagala otandika kufuna ndowooza eyo yokka my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife. When you talk about the feeling of love, it's general, okay? Even in your friendships. Friendships like love, okay? Because if you are in a friendship relationship and you don't nurture it, it can also fade away, okay? So, rekindling, I was going to use the word rekindling, but I realized it is an English word which people may not understand. But ekigambo rekindling, okuzzaawo omuliro mu Luganda, okwongeramu enku zireme kwaka kuzikira. As in when you're in cooking, when the fire burns out, it stops. So we are going to try to put back the fires. Remember, when the air is ending, relationships die. Relationships fade. People chuck others. Marriages die. Love, someone says, people forget others. And then, everything has to be new in the New Year's resolution. Okay? So it's very easy for you to lose a relationship, which is very good and thriving, because you've not rekindled it. Rekindling. So ekigambo rekindle, more dictionary kind of setting is arouse or cause to arouse again. To set alight and to start burning again. There's a definition in the dictionary. Rekindle means to reawaken. Mu Luganda, okuzza obujja. Yeah, thank you. I think that's the word. Okuzza obujja. If you're in a friendship relationship, in love, in marriage, even if you spend 20 years with that person and then you don't kuzza obujja, that's why abantu basiima obugenzi. Onaku lwenako ojja kuba mweyiwa ku grave. Nega mbadde wano bannange. Abantu bayike 10,000. In fact, I'll be more. My channel will be more famous when I'm not around than now. That's when people start looking for you. Who is she? Subscribe when I don't even need it. So most of the time, relationships when people disappear and leave us, they become more important than when we had them. Why? Because we took them for granted when we had them in the hands. So when you don't rekindle, when you don't kuzabujja, in Uganda, okuza obujja, ekintu kisobola okugwamu ki? Omuliro, ye topic y'olwaleero. So rekindle means to excite, stir up, renew, cause the fire to burn again. Kabanga akazikira noddamu n'okaasa. Nabagamba ngenda bayigiriza okwagala mbagobemu ettima obukodo obulimba. Love doesn't thrive in those environments. Obukodo obulimba n'obuntu obuliye okuyita mu nkubo awa, everything must be pure because God is love. So rekindling love, we shall separate this into sections. Kinkoza bingi obudde tebumala. Zinagamba bwenkola sho obudde bw'Uganda. Ebigambo by'okwogera nina bingi wa. Nimbaga bakanize mu kasidi mu kamwa. So relationships are friendships. Wembera mukwano gwa Deborah, it's a relationship. Okay? So friendships between two people is a relationship. So the word to relate means waliwo enkolagana, either in similarity or in shared passion. Okay? So we can have friendships, we can have relatives and family, we can have spouse relationships, we can have dating relationships, we can have colleagues, we can have long distance. So it is your personal responsibility to know which kind of relationship you're sharing with this person. Who are you? Ladies guide. Define it realistically. Because when you don't define something in a realistic sense, it can cause ambiguity and confusion. Okay? So, tandika okudefining a friend relationship in those categories. Is this family relationship? Is this relative? Is it friendship? Is it colleague? Is it a romantic partner? Is it dating? Because those are things that we thrive in, that really more market of life. Okay? So when you talk about rekindling, causing the fire to burn again, sparking it up again, which kind of relationship are we talking about is the question. So in my general kind of calling is that I look at the emotional setup of relationships. I don't go broad. Okay? There are people who are going to handle parenting and family. That's not my area of coverage. That's another person. People like Stephen Langer. Is it Langer? He handles family and social setups. That is his area of coverage. Okay? Mine is, we shall talk about friendship, relationships, spouse relationships, and dating relationships. Okay? So to get that big I don't overfeed the victim. Okay? Because when I overfeed you, I'll leave some other areas outside. Even long distance is a totally different kind of. Okay? So we shall also cover rekindling, now long distance, as a topic on its own. Okay? So we are going to move slowly. Okay? So, however, today, the area of focus is going to be friendships and dating relationships. Then we shall now look at the spousal relationships. And then we shall look at the long distance relationships. Okay? Tugendenga tubitulako sections so that I don't overgive you stuff. Okay? So let's dive right into the session right now. And then I remind you once again, Mariam.N.M is my name. In case it's your very first time here, I'm a psychologist, I'm a life coach, I'm a counselor, I'm an author. I authored 3 amazing, beautiful, best-selling books in all of Africa. Now I'm good award in Jajibalaga. Okay? Why my book has gone Broadway and it found itself in Australia to someone I don't even know. Okay? It has even moved to countries that I would have never been before. So these books basically were written to stabilize your emotions, especially in the matter of a woman. Okay? Stabilization of feelings and emotions was the calling. To make sure that when you're living this life of relating with people, you don't mess up those other areas of life. The social, the physical, the financial, they all get affected if you're emotionally down. I told you, mental out of alignment, emotional disentanglement. China stachivaako nga ne wano ovaako, wana sitawavaako nga ne wano ovaako. So it's intertwined. So these books were written basically for you guys. Okay? And I will always remind you that if you read my book, you find yourself again. Okay? You cannot define what you get until when you read it. Okay? You get that haha moment. You're like, where have I been? Okay? So everyone gets something different from it, and I cannot tell you that you're going to get the same as I read it. Even the writer got something else out of the book. Okay? So the book was written basically to emotionalize the life of a woman and to bring tranquility, peace, kwegamba abakyala banyumirwa obulamu than being that depressed all the time. So, Ladies Guide to Fulfilling Relationships and True Happiness, which is now in a new version, Ladies Guide to Fulfilling Relationships and True Happiness, and the Ladies Guide to Emotional Happiness. You want these books? If you're in a restock, please Kampala Road branch, Acacia Mall, and Garden City. Uganda Bookshop is opposite Christ the King. Every district in your area has the major bookshop. If you're in the UK, the US, we have ambassadors in those areas where you can get the book. Just WhatsApp me and the book will be brought to you right away. Okay? So let's move into the session and we rekindle. Awo omukodo abatamanyi kwagala abeefuula nti bategeera okwagala nga bali mu gambling tubalina. It is so absurd in our countries where people think they know. In these countries, people don't look for expatriates in areas. If you're running a business and you don't have a business mentor, what are you doing? Every person has a mentor in every field. If you're running a business, you need a business mentor. If you're in farming, you need a farming mentor. It's about someone who shares with you knowledge, what they know already. You may not make the mistakes. So, even in relationships, marriage, everybody needs a mentor. Somebody you look up to or you talk to about your relationship. That is how life is. You can never know it. Or even me, I have other people I look up to. Most of my mentors are dead. Baba, no. They died long time ago. I want 1911, others 1936. They are dead. But they are talking to me every time. They remind me every time of those things that I've forgotten. Okay? So, relationships is like a fire. A relationship enkolagana eringa muliro singa olekerawo okusesaamu oluko. So you need to make sure that it lasts by adding in those small things. Even if someone is doing good now, they can change after some time if you don't remind them. So we get sparks in the beginning, the initial stage of the relationship. People get sparks. But as time goes on, what am I doing here? We are married. Why? Why are we married? So many of the time we forget. Okay? So relationships are like fire. When you start very passionate and happy, fired up. But as time goes on, everyone starts to get tired. Spark and it warm. I have an argument okay? So don't allow that to happen to a relationship. Because remember, making it work took you time. Getting married is not a joke. Okay? And keeping a relationship is also not a joke. So when the fire is burning out, you add in. Whatever I can friend with, that's how things are. And that's how we maintain friendships. Relationships. That's how it works. Always, the sparks must die. So the law of nature doesn't allow, I told you, nature tekkiriza kintu kiri sterile. Nature tekkiriza kintu kyonna kisigala nga kyekimu. Tebakulimbanga. Ne we mba muli excited kati 5 years down the road, the excitement leaves. That's the law of nature. So it is up to you. You either spark it up or die. So when the flame of love fades away, there are two decisions. When you want to decision is one, rekindle it. 2, to let the fire burn out and the relationship go stale. Buli omu ne musigala nga baluganda. Mulimba nyimbe ani mulwadde ebiwe bityo. Kati olina akola bwaki sipaka ngenda gijjawo eno. This way the men. N'akolamu bwati. Okay? So it is up to you. So rekindling a fading love relationship is very possible if you only put in attention, time, and diligence. Olina okuba ng'ojjukira eva nti abantu bakyuka, ekyo olina okukijjukira. Kabe mukozi nga mulungi ng'omuleese n'asooka n'abeera mulungi manya after 4 months agenda kukyuka. Kati walaba ng'akyukamu ng'omuzaayo. Eva omulimu gwo nga a relating is to check where change is coming and then you renew. Check, renew. Check, renew. Mulimu. It's a real job managing a human being. I'm so grateful that I did human psychology. I don't know where I would be if I didn't know all this I know. Because relating with the people is a bit very, it's like work. Today someone is on, the next 3 weeks they're off. Okay? So, let's look at those ways. So the question may be, why do the sparks fade? Someone may ask, why? Yeah? We were happy. Abantu babalimba. Ujja kulimba nga nti fena bizibu. They're lying. I've told you the law of nature does not allow it. The law of nature says everything will come together in spark. Because when we get into love, the brain, efuna hormones, dopamine and serotonin. Those are 2 happy hormones. In fact, they even cause stress. We are going to mark it. I'm just going to wave us here. We didn't feel like an ambassador to wave us. But you're saying it. So when dopamine and serotonin come into the body and you get excitement because of the love, you spark. At 50 close and together maintaining forever, and it's usually not possible. So since it's not possible, we start to fade away after some time, and that's why people even forget others. Maybe you do call it human beings will forget. So it is our responsibility to remind others to love us. So why do the sparks fade? One, we grow familiar to each other. Familiarity breeds contempt. When someone becomes familiar to you, they think they know you. Anybody can have you. We grow familiar. We got to know them better. Familiarity can really kill the sparks in love. The curtains fall off. Maria moyo mumuli eyo munche naye waliwo nampisanga agamba oyo ayogera bwogezi alowooza ndi mwangu kubanga familiarity brings contempt. Mystery fades. When you see NM from far ugamba nemotukako nambalirwa oba ngenda mukola ki. But when you get there, the mystery fades. And love is a mystery. That's why people are so excited in dating. But when they marry, the mystery is gone. Because they had those pictures which are now not even happening in the brain. Okay? And realistic expectations. They were disappointed. Those things can kill the sparks in a relationship. Crisis, you have other things to solve in a relationship than just love. It can cause the spark to fade. You're diagnosed by an illness, cancer can come in, COVID, ne mubeera mu bulwadde. Ndoganga bintu bya bizibu. Kati fe abamanyira excitement asitonkola bwotyo bonzise. I don't know whether my life can handle life without excitement. Because the brain is like, ta, 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 ta. So when I'm like this, I can really die. So when someone does this, so a crisis and a illness can bring that spark to die. Okay? Even situations, people can travel to different places, distance, all those things can cause us to grow very distant in relationship. Okay? Even hormonal imbalances with age, as you grow, hormones, nabagamba hormones, abakyala nabawa vigil, that product is a must use. Hormones are muziddewo, because as you grow, the hormones get out of balance, and then you lose the sexual appetite. Ofuna obusungu bungi nnyo, n'okyawa abantu ne bakutama, ogamba buli omu mulabewo, gwageya banno, gwakuwa obulabba ku mirimu, buli anyirira akunyinza, akaviiri kano olaba nga kano ka pussycat, kati waliwo benyiiziza bagamba asiba pussycat mwana muto. Say ndi mwana, I'm not just 16. Okay? So hormonal imbalance can also cause the sparks in love to disappear, especially when sex is pulled out. So when there's no sexual relations between couples, what other reasons are you there for? It dies. Okay? So now let's assume that everybody who is watching me is bored. Bored. Because what you're going to learn today is to get out of that boredom. Many relationships die because of boredom. Many businesses close because of boredom. Boredom is a very bad thing, and it happens to us every day. So when you relate with someone and time is running and you're getting used to each other, then there's familiarity, then you're getting tired of them, then next you get bored. And when you get bored, now you start either looking for sparks everywhere, or you say the relationship has to end. No, there's no spark anymore. Last time when you felt someone, you even smile before you get it home. Hello? The smell is there. So let's look at the 7 ways how to deal with that kind of situation when the sparks of love has faded, because the year has come to an end. I remind you again, when the year comes to an end, people change their minds. Abantu balikufuna ebirowoozo ebipya, okwagala okutta obufumbo obuluddewo, okwagala okuva mu relationships olina agamba unamalidde ebiseera, laba tumaze emyaka 8 takolanga kino ne batabuka. It happens at the end of the year. End of the year is when many things happen, and that's why I brought this topic to save many relationships from closure. So number 1, Princess Rosam Kagoya Simanyani awandika wana. I want someone to note or number but last month I won't be able to. Okay? So talk about it. Talk about it. I've done the hard way. When it comes to relating, even if it's just work but I got work relations, okay, I employ other people, okay, and you don't talk about it, and you leave everything to ambiguity. Something is not right, but then you're not talking. Something is not, but you're not talking. Every day it is getting worse. So you don't leave a relationship in ambiguity. When you feel that the sparks are gone, unannounced. Last time, before they come, they have to call you. Kakati, they have to let you, but now, unannounced. Are you communicating? And you have to messages. You must work the changes. Every celebration you celebrate together, the year has come to an end. We have a work trip in Sijago. What a sentence. You can go and enjoy with your friends. So, learn to respectively communicate. Toyomba, you call someone peacefully. I don't know why, but I feel something is changing. I don't know. Something is not right. No, what you feel is not right? It's the communication is not right anymore. You used to omuntu mugambe. Usually when people are told, and I have known, eh, we change for the better. Human beings are creatures of habit. One writer said, why should, the book is called How to Ask. Yagamba, why do people fear asking? Because they think others will refuse. And why do you think others will refuse? Because we think maybe what we're asking, they will not do it. But let me tell you something. That's what the writer said. Nobody who is asked doesn't give, unless when they don't have it. They will either promise or they will give you what you want, because we are trained as human beings that we are known to say no. And when you ask somebody, that's what you want. So don't feel ashamed. Call someone and say, you know what, something is not. You used to call, but what is now, right? What's going on? Umuntu aswala okanga pretend kati wa pretend kama tinga ndachiddamu. You've rekindled it. That is called reverse psychology. So if you keep quiet and don't ask, I don't know what you want. And even if I know, I pretend as if I don't know. That's a human being. So the book said, learn to ask. Because when you ask, you will be given by force. Why? Because we are trained to give. Human beings will give you what you want when you ask it, even when someone is your enemy. We're going to go koko nyamba yo nishino jechi ku ngata kuaga. Agambe kwata. But you've got what you want. So I learned to ask. Ask questions. Ask leading questions, but respectively, without hurting another person. Don't allow anyone to feel offended by your questions. I feel. So talk about it is number one. Okay. Number two. You also said so. Let's assume that the spark is totally gone. Even when you go to sleep, you sleep like as if you're sisters. It is totally gone. What can join is maybe conversation with problems and but there's nothing anymore. Okay? So this is called, I talked about it in my book, Emotional Happiness. It is called, now, number one, texting. Text, send a text message, yeah? T-E-X-T. Instead of T-E-X-T, kachawali T is okay. Take away the gambo S. S-E-X-T is called sexting. You see, I don't know why some people are so boring. Maybe they're born that way. Maybe many problems have happened to them that they've forgotten happiness in life. But boredom is very bad. As in, when you are in relationship and when you're typing a message and you don't even add in any account work and you saw some documentary like this now. So most of the time the sparks of the relationship disappear because people have become boring. So instead of texting your loved one, S-E-X-T, start writing messages which are the only words of my. The reason of relationship is to raise the dopamines, serotonin in the body of another person. If a movie doesn't excite you, it does not bring those hormones in you. If a book doesn't excite you, it has not created those hormones in you. So, dopamine and serotonin are the reasons why relationships thrive. So, bw'oba owandiikira omuntu message, olina okugattamu ka dopamine ne serotonin. Sisobola kwogera bigambo wano bye ntayipinga muyinza okugamba kansala kimanso. But you must find a message where you write someone who got you serious. Off. Then they laugh. When someone laughs, the brain powers dopamine and serotonin. And guess what? Someone wants to see you. They want to talk to you more. Come. By the way, you even sell more. That's why me, I was a very good sales girl. Why? Because I could study human beings to make sure I give them dopamine. You make somebody excited to buy from you. Always. So try sexting. If the relationship does not ngoya boredom eri waggulu, wandika ka message omwami akatundeko bwata omukyala akatundeko bwata agambe. So the definition of sexting is building anticipation into somebody's mind. It is a digital message that arouses another person sexually. Mukatabo kali nakigaana, in case you're relating with someone in relationships nezabulijjo nga mukyali mu dating to never sext, togezanga kukola kintu ekyo kuba kiba kireeta relationship okufaamaawo. But when you're in marriage and you're in a relationship which is confirmed, sexting is okay. Why? Because it builds the sparks back. So it is forever. Forever. And when boredom is sensed, as you have to sense it, that someone is getting bored. Sexting. So it builds anticipation in somebody, and it can make a dying relationship saving. So I don't know whether you can give me some examples of sexting. NM.MARIAM.N.M, I think she's the best counselor now. What messages do you write to somebody around lunchtime? Okay. So I cannot tell you all now. I can't overfeed you, but I've told you that's how things are done. So if you want to know more about sexting, you can also write. Genda come Google sexting, but how to sext. Saving a relationship from boredom. I hate boredom. Why? Because the serotonin goes down and then you. So number 3, instead of vacation, because many people, when relationships are getting boring, they go for vacation and they think they're saving, then they come back to the same mess. So instead of going for a vacation, do this. It is called instead of vacation, say stay. Stay, which means which is stay. Cation, staycation. Awali chigambo vacation, take out staycation. Okay? Staycation means everybody must have a place to call home. That's the truth. Many people don't like building their domestic life, and they run away to vacations. They run away to bars to kill this life in reality. So, when you talk about, sorry, just a minute, please. Today we are really struggling with electricity. I will be just sorry for this. I'm trying to reduce on the light. Okay. Yes. So instead of people building lives around their homes, but building elsewhere. So staycation means instead of, yes, it's called staycation, instead of vacation. Instead of you going for a vacation elsewhere, make time for the two of you. Domestic life. The beauty with domestic life is domestic life is a reality. Okay? It is a reality. Watch it. Because when you are relating with someone at home, deeper. Conversations were around, there's something I can't really explain, but it's so emotional. Okay? When you go for a vacation in a place which is not your home, it creates that spark of a feeling at that particular moment. It can last for 2 weeks, 1 week, but it will disappear from your brain. But when you do staycation, you make your home environment conducive for the two of you for 3 days. Because it is a home and it is dredging that emotional feeling. The feeling sticks in the brain longer than the vacation. Vacations are good, and yes, I cannot say they're not bad. They're bad. But when I compare the two, a person who does staycation are enjoying a relationship more than someone who goes for a vacation, because that is not your home. So you come back in the reality and then you go back to the boredom after some time, and then will you be on vacation all the time? So if you want to put back the spark which is fading, you can try staycation. Choose 2 days, 3 days. Ngamuliyaba. Abana batwale wajajja wawe. Ogambe we need to be together. Play together. Two. Buli omu azzeewo munne. Mwogere ku bintu ebiri deeper. Okay? Or even in fact, yes, Deborah, you said bring the hotel in your home. Why? You see, right now it is end of year. I'm even yesterday I was telling a colleague of mine. You know what? I'm thinking of going for resting, but I don't see any place which can fit the frequency of my home. One time I went out for my retreat. I wanted to be just alone in the retreat, just to find myself again. Because as counselors, we get depleted by people. Problems. Mentally. So I tried to look for a hotel where to stay for that retreat. We moved. Every hotel had different frequency. That's matching. Whenever you go, either they have. Meanwhile, it's first check. Check the toilets, check the bathroom, check the bed sheets. I had to move to Entebbe. The only place I found was that hotel in Entebbe, which was matching my frequency. And then I found home. But it took me long for the feeling called home in different hotels. So it's not about you going to a hotel. Is it home? So staycation means make your house a hotel now. Make it a hotel. And then the feeling will come. Why do you go out there to make it? You make it in your own place. That's what staycation. So find time you stay together. Bond in your home. Change staycation. Back of your chusa. As in, domestic life is very important. We shall cover that topic in the future. There's something with domestic. And don't lie yourself in those places where you stay 3 days, 2 days, you come back and then you go back in boredom. Now, go back here, organize the place into the feeling you want, and then live together with that person for 3 days. It can create the feelings. Back. So a hotel still is good. You can always go there, but I have told you my experience. I'm already white. There are few which can match my frequency, and it means a lot of money to be spent, which I may not be willing to pay. Okay? Then you go to a feeling, and then you pay a lot of money because of a feeling you're getting, which you can get elsewhere. So staycation is something which can help you bring back the sparks. Okay? Going there. Fading away. So, number 4, find a hobby that you enjoy together. Book reviews. Do book reviews. Read a book and talk about it, both of you. Watch a movie and share something. Get some compassion. Play chess. Monopoly. Talk about it. Bwolaba nga spark eweddewo kitegeeza nga kibagatta emboozi eggwawo yomunatunula mu there's nothing to talk about. Okay, so relationships that fade lack that shared passion. Read a book, share it. Watch a movie, share it. It can create that spark longer in the relationship. Number 5, make S3X a priority. Many relationships forget that part. Oli alowooza bw'amala okuzaala abaana n'afumba emmere amaze omuntu amuwangudde and kino kya S3X nakijjawo. Yet the point is this. So what do I mean by make S3X a priority? Byolya, byokola, byoyambala, tomala kulaga dibenga limu. You know, many women, I don't know what's wrong with them. As in someone knew waba yamba tofa na yo. Namuwangula dabya kuwa. As in, A relationship without spark, someone that will not excite me. When I want to know it, look at me. Pussycat face. I mean the mood. Hey, don't forget, when we pull out the dopamine and serotonin from a relationship, it gets boring. You get your duties up. Okay? Make sex a priority. How do we do that? Okay? Pay attention to your sexual organs. Are they working? Tutwale moto kwa nebaskola service. Tutwale ngo yasifunga. Tutwala makeup ne bamutukola. Do you really prioritize no kera mate no gamba naye? Is my organ really working? You may not even know until when you want to use it and you're like, I think I'm losing. It must be a priority every day. What you eat, work out. You must be in Wokolagana and Nabagamba. When the sexual energy is down, the mental also gets split. If you miss that show, it's called sexual intimacy in relationships. Type in the video search Mariam.N.M just sexual intimacy, but I get the use of that part. So make it a priority. Otherwise, if someone gets bored and then for you, something else is coming up. So still check the organs, eat for them, drink for them. Everything that you consume must be what is it doing to that organ. You must be active, but don't just eat anything. That is a wise woman. Okay? It means that part must be functioning all the time. Check. Am I on point? Also, after somebody will come back, and you think only a back. So the issue is make it a priority in your life to make sure that all the time the organ is working well. Okay? The foods that enhance your sexuality, that's another topic. What food should a woman eat? What food should a man eat? I am fired up. I don't just eat. And then also taking lots of water. I told you water has a liquidity in the body. After liquidifying your body, on the circulation of it, the blood is in circulation. Okay? So eat for your sexual organs. Eat here. Think, what does it do? Google. Then we come to what is the benefits of it? benefits of, as in I eat something when I know what it does. I don't just eat something in my mouth. I've not taken soda for the whole of this year. I've not drunk anything which is sweet like juice the whole of this year. I've only taken hot water because I googled it and I've succeeded in that. So now then taking it into me because I've learned to take warm water. I don't take it cold anymore because I've learned what it does. Okay? So eat and drink for your sexual organ. Number 6, as we are concluding, consult a relationship expert. The problem in Africa, they're consulting, and people think they're intelligent. And even when they get mentored, they start challenging them. Recently, I had some people I was mentoring, and they were trying to tell me what to do. I mean, you've come here to mentor you. You've come when you're intelligent. Why did you come? You've gone to a doctor and then you're telling me how to treat you. So when you go to a mentor, you don't know. Even when you know, pretend as if you don't know. But don't tell me what you want me to do. So when you come to a relationship expert, forget about you. Because even if you were successful, why did you fail? Because something's not right. Okay? So choose a relationship expert. Business, I repeat, has experts. Farming has experts. Even sex therapists are experts in that. Get a relationship expert. Like me, because I've been doing this for a long time and I'm certified to do this. But don't come with your the tele client anyizanga ajja kumbuzanga amanye ekyokola oba omugamba gagamba ye amanyi And I'm like, why did you waste my time? You're asking and then you're telling me. Okay? So consult a relationship expert if you see things are not right. Agambe wano. Abantu olumu tebamanyi kufumba. N'obutamanya bumanya kufumba oli nga tamanyi kufumba mmere can kill a relationship. Nga ye bwe wafumba emmere oli ava n'akola comparison. They're small things. So a relationship expert moves into your brain, breaks it down to the problem. You never get it, princess. That was a good one. We put the chizinga, and then you can work on it. But if you feel that fee is expensive, nabagamba abafere bagenda okuba percent narcissists. Muwayo obukadde 10 meka oli n'asobola kwa because tomanyi. Amagezi gali expensive because oli wagakuwa aba kusebeza emyaka mingi. Kyo consultation. N'okola business esooka kuba n'okodduka. You're losing money, but consulting just okwaya akasenda koguza omuntu de business gyenkola eno nagisobola ezo nyingi wakuzikonzika. Olaba ng'ekirwadde nga kikuluddeko okolola onyiza emya teziva mu nnyindo olusu terutereera toyagala sasula consultation njakikuddiramu bw'olaba ng'ekirwadde nga kikuluddeko nga towona amagulu gannuma mpulira ennyingo zinnuma omugongo nga siwutegeera omutwe nga sikyuka manya toyagala sasula consultation ya musawo. Ogenda omusawo mugamba musawo mpaayawo kapanado musawo nagamba panado omusaba kyankungu buulire ki ekikuluma ekirwadde okikugwako toyagala sasula muntu buli azze mu relationship expatriate taddamu bana bizibu byalaamu ogenda n'okola birala because kikiba kiwedde. But why do you find it hard to pay a consultancy? Nze ndaba bampandikira wano zi message nti I have a ninsoma kimmere nga katonalooza ndi okusoma message eno real esimu buli omu agirina ensi yonna kati golozeeyo lwaki nzijjamu emu nenkola mubwenti nsome ki message mpulirize nkuddemu answer mu budde ki olaba so nze nziramu bagamba nti the only place I give free counseling is on live stream wano and on YouTube asitambuuka nenyiga ekigambo finish left when you come as a client. I don't offer free counsel. The time is not there. And I want to be realistic. Era nkidamu olaba nga obulwadde bukuddeko marriage ekutawanya omwaka okumalawo n'okwata omulala oganye osasula bakansala ogenza ow'omusawo. It's like going to a witch doctor and they say bring a white chicken n'oleeta ebyoya by'enkoko bwana ndeese bibino ebyoya byeru oyinagamba nakutumya enkoko okutumya ebyoya. There are people who are so mean. So mean. You go to a pastor, you want to make a pastor sit in your meeting of problems, and then you tell him for him to eat what? At his home. So nze yali abagamba nti oli wankubira mugamba yogera amannya go yanguwa oyagala ki quickly because a counselor is like a lawyer. We sell time. 24 hours nzitunda butunzi bwenti kati bw'okumalira 2 hours of emboozi, it's very expensive. It is one of the most expensive things I can give away is my time. It's not even there. Era buli gwe nkuwa manya nkwagala nnyo. Era nsoma ki message bwenti oluusi mbaddamu oluusi wasikuzeemu nga manya kyengeza kugamba nti I'm not for free. Obulwadde obwo genda obire panado nywa omululuuza nywa ekigaji anti ogasasula sente za musawo owangayo n'obulwadde. But I don't offer free counseling. Only on YouTube and Facebook. That's when I'm free. After and NTV and Spark, net TV and Nazigana, I have really stopped. The value, look, I've read over 600 books and what? The cost was so expensive for me. And then you call me for what? So my services are only to those people and it is strictly demarcated. If it's not NTV and Spark, other people will have to pay. If it's not my live stream and what, I am not ready for any free meeting. So tell kulanga kulala. You should not. So consult a mentor or an expert and pay them. Mulekera kugenda ba mentors mutwale bigambo. People be wise. When you talk about mentorship and you go to the Chinese, that's my mentor, my master. Master. somebody to mentor you abataddemu ebiseera bajja kumala babaliridde ku bwereere ojjanga mentor inagamba you want me to mentor you for free, they will end up putting you in relationships you don't even understand because nothing is for free. You go with the mentor who is a male nagala kikujja muzala muzaati. Free things are expensive. Don't allow free things. It is very expensive in the long run. Okay? So what wa mentor carry a gift. Remember them. Don't come to bring them your problems. They have other things to do. They have other things on their heads. And helping you as who? As who? Educated young people. So in the Chinese, when someone says this is my master, they highly regard them. They look after them. Mentorship is like love. Somebody is sharing. It even has to be paid for. But here in Africa, someone says my mentor, and even in mentorship, someone kept giving me rules. I told them, wait a minute. I've been in this for the last many years. You're telling me in what kind of category? By the time you talk, I've seen this before. Right? So you can't just come and say, that is madness. So when you go to a mentor, please, a business mentor, a relationship mentor, a family mentor, anything called mentorship, please pay and give to them. Otherwise, the mentor has no time to exchange with you, even spiritually. Because as Takujako spiritual word, it's as if you won't learn anything. There's a spiritual law in mentorship. Consult an expert and pay them. Don't go for free. Free things, it is the sun and rain. And that one is given by God. And also God is waiting for you when you die. He will punish you. Nothing is for free. Wake up. There's nothing like has destroyed most girls' life like but again, the repercussion of free things. There's a repercussion. And it's expensive on your self-worth, on your life, on your vision. There's something that is being exchanged in the long run. So when someone says it is for free, please touch your mouth. Don't go there. Kati byembawo wandiyadde mbakubira free. Byempa abantu abali ku private si balimba wate content mulala kubanga kiri paid for. I'm under obligation. Here I'm not under obligation. I can choose what to teach. I can. But there I'm under obligation. Free things are in heaven, okay? And you get them when you die. Okay? So reject them. Lastly, and the most importantly, yes, this is the most important. Make giving gifts part of your love life. For those who have dealt with me for quite a while, I give gifts. I give gifts even where it's not necessary. I've gifted my bosses, I've gifted my partners, Gifting is my life. And that's why I've really made it quickly. So make gift as part of your love life. Why? Let me tell you something about gifts if you're mean. A gift opens up a person's heart. A gift softens resistance. Over China, I read a Chinese book called Chinese Tao. The Tao, but remember there is something they call a Trojan horse. Oli weyabeeranga mulabe wa state endala baabatuneranga horses ezo. Naye nga horse munda mugiramu abasirikale. Kibanga kigumbe. Kati oli wakifunanga kyakuloli agamba wow. Oh, thank you so much. Bwamala okiteeka bwati mu kindigomu ye ekiyonga bali bafuluma nga bawamba kindigomu ekiro. So which means a gift is very sensitive. Number 3, it creates memories. A gift brings trust. If you see that somebody is not going to trust you, and I can't trust anybody, I wonder why people call me for coffees. Mariam, I want to see you. I'm in the country. Can we have a coffee? How can I have a coffee with you when I don't know you? Ask who? I don't know you. Suppose you poison me. Suppose you pour acid on my face. I am also skeptical. Who comes near me? That's too expensive in life. And usually I answer them, no. So you mean I can't see you? I can't. I've not gotten a gift from you. I don't know you. And you call me for come for a drink. I can afford a drink. I can afford lunches. I can't do that. So a gift soften. Okay, you bring a gift first. There is a lady who gave me a gift recently. Kyayogedde mannya ge bambi Samutegedde. Yabituddeko on TV. Producer yabimpadde. Omukyalo yavudde UK. Simanyi oba ali kuno. But yawadde producer waffe oba yavudde ku reception, so producer yankubidde. Nangamba, lady has come from the UK. She has brought a gift for you. Namugamba, oh fine, where are you? Nambaga deliver to my office. They brought it. But the lady never left her number. She never left her number. She never left her name. I don't know who this person is. But the gifts I got them. I was so grateful. I was like, I asked you, please tell me the name. Tell us Bobo, you want to please find a way of contacting me. Because I don't take people who are thoughtful for granted. Someone to travel from the UK, yashitale Serena, and it came to me. And Katoyosinga after coffees of Uganda. Impossible. But don't call me for coffees. I can afford coffees, please. Mariam, come we have a drink. And then you drain me in emotional talks. That one realistically I said no. Please, I'm very sorry. I don't know you. Introduce yourself to me. Let me be trustworthy to you. I put my guards down, then we can talk. That's how a gift works. A gift helps you to say sorry. A gift opens closed doors of opportunities. You want an opportunity to take a gift. A gift brings back lost love. For those who have lost interest in each other, it can bring back that love and affection. Okay? So a gift does a lot indeed. Don't take it for granted. Don't come with words. Who are you? Who are you? Because a person who is busy has a lot of things going on in their brains. They cannot think about you alone. So, gift a gift can end an enmity. Olaba omuntu bagenda kukyawa ng'anaatera okukyawa mukwano gwa nasofuna okujjamu oyo akalabu ajja kukakkana. Akakkana. Otegera, a gift does a lot of things. A gift can move feelings of hatred, envy. Olaba ng'oli alina obujja gy'oli muwa akalabu ajja kusirika. Ali nawe kijja kugula. Nawe ojja kirabira. Mbasomesa social psychology. A gift leads to sexual excitement. Omuntu asobola kuwa kirabo bw'ati ne mutuuka mu S3X. Dopamine zaayise dda, serotonin zaayise dda. Wenna oli free. Obwongo buba bwewaayo wenna 100%. It opens. Sexual intimacy. Kakati omukodo simanyi waawo ogwa wano. Bannange abakodo tugenda bakolera topika omukodo. Tuteekawo ekigambo omukodo. How to deal with omukodo. So, the person receiving a gift, nzagifunye ng'oyo omukyala simanyi linnya lye, yanzigudde serotonin, nanzigula dopamines, olunaku olwo lwabadde lulungi nnyo, yansanyusiza olunaku olwo. It was 2 days back, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I was so excited because it was off my schedule. And then she gifted me. And I was so excited. So, it releases those hormones in the body that the person receiving the gift akyusa endowooza ze gy'oli. Bw'olaba ng'obufumbo bugaana, omusajja n'atera okukyawa bannange, muyige. Ne bw'olaba nga bigandira ng'olaba omuntu akutamye, gifting oli bw'oti. Obakyayina bagira Trojan horse. Trojan horse ogigabira mulabewo ng'ogamba kwata. As in, nkukyaye naye kwata. Come to that level of intelligence. Nkukyaye naye kwata. That's how life works. So, that well said, we deliver hampers. Njagala kwebaza abantu abampadde ebirabo bannange oba nabawandiiseewo bannange kansubire nabawandiise neerabidde bwerabizi naye waliwo omukyala bannange atonedde keeki kati nga oyo ye buli mwaka nga guggwako keeki nazikwata yiino wano saagala bakwasa nnaku naye saagala eyiike ataddeko ekigambo ladies guide oza mukiraba mulekerawo obukulu yiiyo the ladies guide keeki yatuuse dda ndi wano ntudde keeki entuuseeko neebaza nnyo omukyalo oyo bambi Rashida webale nnyo buli mwaka nga guggwako omwaka ogwedde Shida era yampa keeki omuwala ono simulabanga I don't know how you look like njogera amazima ali kuno naye sikumanyi njogera amazima but this is the cake she has given ladies guide n'amanya gange gali kuno gago Mariam.N.M anti video tegalaga bulungi naye ekigambo kikyo the ladies guide kakati okakana mwabako mbaseke Shida ina yummy cakes by Rashida omwana ono simulaba ngo simumanyi oba muwala oba mwana oba mukazi simanyi naye baabi omwaka ogwedde yampa keeki ku anniversary yafe yampa keeki naye omwana ono simumanyi wafaanana naye Mungu akuteremu baraka. I don't know who you are and how you look like. I'm speaking the truth, but the cake has reached. It has been delivered today. So, yummy cakes by Rashida Manet Mwagireko. Birthdays, wedding, introduction, baby shower, graduation, all functions. Yummy cakes by Rashida. Omwana ono enamba yeri oba mwana oba mukazi bannaye musase nze muyita mwana buli ali wano aba mwana wange nze senga the number is 0703 nyambako nambalira 0703 21 5 260 0703 215 260 oba 070 2 25 10 Rashida nina order jengendo kuwa ojja kukolera cake nange nga 5 zengendo kugabira abantu bange olw'okwagala kundaze sikumanyi bambi naye webale kunjagala nakubanga ontuusaako ekintu nga kino ku lunaku lwesitategedde omwana wunaledde cake badde ndyawo nga bagirese so yummy cakes by Rashida bannaye mu business oba olina birthday party oba olina cake gy'oyagala okukola nga omwaka gugwako yummy cakes by Rashida enamba ng'ogiwandiise bubi bannange namba lirwa nga ndaba wandiise 0773 enamba nga sigitegedde namba lirwa wandiise namba ndala simutegedde okay huyo Rashida waali kimera Rashida sikulaba nko bambi naye nkwagala nnyo webale kunjagala webale kubanga olabira kansala bannange mubere challenge positive emotions soothing sport ebirabo byatuuse banaye webale nnyo soothing sport is my partner from the beginning of the year positive emotion to the end of the year oyo ye baba abadde mukyala njagadde nnyo era njagalidde ddala nyongera okubeebaza era ndamu bajjukiza keeke eno tunajja nani banze jaka keeki katono bwe kati bane njagala tugisale ku live fenna wano tutidye ngenda giyisa mu kamera abasikadde mugirire ku kamera temufaayo so gifting is very important. You see, Rashida, mwongedde cake says done. That's business. Okay? And I'm going to be promoting her more. Why? Because she has really shocked me. Someone who I've not seen, but she loves giving me every end of the year. Okay? So right now we are having an end of the year kind of tukutera okukola obuntu buno mwaka gwako Valentine woba oli walango olina omwagalwa wali mu Uganda nga wandyagadde omuwa ekirabo naye nga tolina gwotuusizaako gwobwesika nga omanyi abantu bawano balina nze nga ladies guide tulina part egaba hampers kitegeeza mu bintu bino byonna byentunda wrist watches gents and ladies essaawa z'abasajja perfume z'abasajja designer perfumes bags and shoes oba oli mukyala wallets belts waba musajja duvets beddings ebyo bitudiringamu ebiteeteeyi byo bizibuzibu ngenda bagamba mazima bintawanyayo because size omuntu alina okwetukira nalaba size najegezaamu which is a bit that's why sibigenda mu nnyo njagala ngende mu bino ebiteetaka kwepimamu so wawulyanga olina omuntu gweyagala okwekirabo tukipakingamu chocolates tukipakingamu flowers tukipakingamu you can put wines you can put whiskies you can put anything which obayagala tukikolanga hampa bw'oba oyagala cake nayo tugyongereko bundi Rashida waali Rashida osobola okwongeramu kasente awo Rashida nakolera cake nayo tugikutwalirayo because I can trust her. She can deliver the cake anytime. Okay? So, mugabe ebirabo mu mako gwako. Olaba nga love egaanye. Kiddamu spark ya love ngeweddewo. Try a gift. Ngenda kibasobola bagiyita mu Chinese it's a Trojan horse. Ekirabo ky'ogaba ng'olina ky'oweetaaga okugyayo nga kigaanye. Okusofeninga omutima gw'omuntu akugiremu. Okay? So, our hampers include those rose flowers, those are chocolates. What is the chocolates in? Petite. So ngazi wayagala ezeki kecha buli kimu kati just to trust nga Mariam omuntu wanga yagala bwati gwastonga manzamu I'm spot on and we have a team that does the deliveries. Okay, let us help you rekindle your love relationship. Nabagamba ngenda bayiriza okwagala bakusoma busomi abantu bajudde obukodo olwaleero omwami azo kufikisingira some guy is an electrician azo kufikisinga our lights, because lighting has been a bit poor, so we're trying to change many things. So nengambo mwana mkoleo kachai nanywa namusikene kuji nabalanga naye madam omatu genda okola before by'abantu yone olina anywa chai ng'omutulidde oteeka wakedde ku makya sawe nokera ewuwe ku mulimu kati abaloga chai wamuyedde sawa mbeka nemugamba layira nti abantu mule batuuka tukola emirimu n'okola n'agenda n'alya lunch gunakuleka ku mulimu gwo natamanya nti gwoli emmere kugamba abantu baweddemu okwagala. You people, there's nothing as bad as someone who lacks love. Omusajja akedde ku makya kukola mataala tanywedde kyayi gyavudde gwe n'omuleka akola amataala fixinga biki kebera electricals gwe n'onywa kyayi n'onywa gwe n'omugamba gwoba onywa batunywa azine kati omuntu bwatyo ne wajja mu love eno eya romantic talina tanyuma be basajja musanga bakodo ye mukazi gosanga mukodo because talina nakyasobola kuvaako so bambi omwami tumuwadde kyalina nsanyuka era akoze omwoyo gumuli wamu n'agamba madamu kyaka nze tufixing inverter biki ng'ali so happy lwaki afunye ekyokulya a way to man's heart is through his stomach. So mulekerawo obukodo tujja bakolera olaba omusajja wo nga mukodo eyo topic gwe muyite kasi tolabanga ngamba twogera kwogera ku bukodo ng'omuteekawo bwoti awulirize. People have to be taught. Omukozi najja n'akola ku mulimu kale siganya ogenda musasula naye emmere nayo important olikuta enjala emuluma olina abeera driver ne batambula naye n'agenda n'alya lunch naleka driver ng'atudde. That is being inhuman. I can't do it. It is inhuman obanga nsobola. So temubeera inhuman. Okay, bw'olabanga omukwano omusajja abadde n'abubanga aweerera abaana abalabidde bako kikyobanga okitegera temulinda ye kuba nti give samugali abaana ani atazaala. And by the way, okuzaala bwe, do you think someone needs a lot of mind okuzaala? It's about chemistry. I mean biological chemicals, and somebody gets pregnant. So this is not a gift. Nti namuzaala omwana namuwakirabo ate maama wange n'azaala kansala namuwaayo osinga tabanja osinga kati yepangala weapons. But that's not enough. We should rekindle love. We should rekindle love. We should rekindle relationships. We should add the sparks which are getting lost from now and then. Because when we forget, as time goes on, because we're human beings, so we need to be reminded. End of year package. Remind them. Remind them of their importance. So don't say that if you do no. Era ne kansa yambate mumpa birabo singa kisifuna bina after something nga yendo like ngoya yachi ani asasula okanga yali ajja tajja kansa yali learn to be soft and giving, not too much, but as long as somebody feels your attention. So neighbors have positive emotions. Neighbors is cakes by Rashida, yummy cakes by Rashida. Charlie of the UK bane kwebaziza neyanzeke ebirabo nabifunye yatambula bulungi bangambye yazzeeyo cycle ya community even access her. Rashida nonyako na cakes nga 5 at least by tomorrow when go standing in the city abantu baffe boza byebyo in summary bino byo izo olwaliro bayigiriza kwagala nomwizo oba mumanyi just S3X naye okwagala is not A3X. A3X ndio mwanzo omukola because alimu excitement mweri, naye okwagala si kwangu. It is not easy to get that humility of love. So in summary, today you've learned the following things on how to rekindle your love relationship. 1, ego kuchokerako. Learn to talk about something which is not right. 2, try sexting. 1, dikira muno mugambe kyengenda okukola ekiro. Wangambe kyogenda okunkola n'ekimpeera wano. Naye kati ogobadde osaaka. Learn to sext. Mulekera okubeera serious. Kati weba muli serious olwonze labaga kabo kano. How serious would I be? Nabadde ndera bwenti. Mugalubindi. Wengatako wano galubindi bijjako mufugo. Ugatake etamane galubindi abantu baduka gudusi. Okay? So try, don't be so serious, okay? Try to learn how to do sexting. Go on staycation. Nurture your home. Zimeko okwefungira obumeremere. Baking. Kama ukakodera waka. Don't love that food from fast foods all the time. No. You cook. Olwalero mama wange mu surprise nze. I cooked for my mom, I cooked for my... Oh, it has been party. Bagambe temufumba chamisana temufumba. Everything will come with me. And I did it myself, not the maid. Nemba fumbire koko, nemba telele, nenji parkinga. Angabi mwana wange, bintu sebo, bana mchongoze. I just wanted to make her happy for the day. Okay? So learn to cook food for your loved ones. I said to my mom, I said to my honey, yeah. Oriya kumere nga jamu akambe eno yalifumbe kitufu ddala nti atadde mu kubudde. That is important. It is learning to love. So when you're cooking, you learn cooking is good because it teaches you to be humble. And I love it because it makes you present at that moment. Number 3, find a hobby you enjoy together. Watching movies, maybe it's reading books, but movies. Other people it's playing chess, tennis, what? Get that activity that you can share with your partner at a given time. Number 5, make sex priority. Total kakwera bila. Bobola bange bitanso kende yaga mazina buli kantu akakola. Bola banga tushako nga cancer hello. Uina kantu akakola kwe katingira basenga like right wait. I have all local singers who have these kakola kati. Kujango omuzi dakutwa. Bulungi nnyo. Because it is my job. I am the ladies' guide. Who is the ladies' guide? Kanchichoza. Bola bange nketerede. Tochakola gana sexually. Ask me. Nabalaga that vigil yes 100%. We have vigil. We have vistics. Ebintu ebinza okwenhansinga. Tuwuleka kwe buteefaako mulowooza mba anti nazaala abaana. Nze mukyala. Ebyo ebintu ebyo. Guys will surprise you. Nengo kuleta endagaano nga baziwakanya. A man and sex are one. Okay? So number 6, consult a relationship expert. Always, this consultation. Nabagambe tekugenda mubakansala nga mwagala bigambo byabwerere. Tebalina budi. Mentors tebalina budi gambo bwerere. Bwona aboleta ebigambo ebyobwerere akula bwati nga atuna kusaawa bwati. Tuba n'ebisaawa. Look at this watch. This is a digital watch. Buli dakiika gye maana mwe ndi bwenti. Kati mpiseemu edakiika nga 3. Bwenti. Asaka kona kali mu 6:30. Stop. Counselors are selling time. We don't sell cups and phones and tutunda budde, tutunda cakes. We sell time. Okay? Lastly, make gifting part of your love life. Whatever amount you want, opportunity, carry gift. I judge you by default. Because we are wired like that. Kadiwa Rashidon. So I'm going to do that to YouTube. Rashid, have you paid any coin to be on my YouTube channel, which is going to run for the next 20 years, and they're watching Rashida Cakes because of a what? A gift. So thanks so much for being part of the show today. We wish you a very Merry Christmas. Share love, share gifts. Woboli wala ngoli long distance omuntu wali wanoze nja kukituusa tonneeralikirira sijja nagenda yotogamba Mariam nganjirira. I have a team of boys who deliver. I don't even touch anything. Okay? I just do pop. I do management. Bali bakyusa ekirabo. Situsite nange sijatambula mama. Nange ntuma. asooka okuva myaka gyange olina ofuna boodum nange ntuma, okay? So tonneeraliikirira nti Mariam nga anyirira sijja kutuukayo, aye ne bwenda naatuukayo I'm already demarcated, okay? So we wish you a happy holiday, full of love, full of joy. Once again, I'm a counseling psychologist. Anybody who has not read these books for the holiday, please buy a book. No good kati mulisomea. Oboli UK bwatuuka dda. Oboli US bwatuuka dda. Okay? Oboli mu Kampala, all bookshops have the book. Please don't use your holidays not wisely. Okay? This is time for planning as we move into the new year. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Sisuubira kudda next week. Nange nja kuba neewumuzaamu. Katugende ku staycation. Ngenda ku staycation vacation. Staycation vacation. Kandabe, am I going to staycate or to vacate? We are just looking for a place which will fit the frequency of a hotel. A hotel in a home or a home in a hotel. That is the biggest problem, okay? So, see you again next year. And I think, no, next year we shall see, okay? And enjoy your Christmas. Mbagala nnyo. Share this message because sharing is caring. In case you're watching on my YouTube channel, please subscribe for more of these amazing videos for the future and keep sharing the message because when you share it, people really realize that you love them, okay? Thank you so much. I'm your ladies guide once again.